Hello everyone, it's me Clayton. I just finished watching The Return of Young Justice, episodes 14, 15, and 16 of Phantoms. Now, after the break, I definitely wanted Young Justice Phantoms to be a little more well animated when it comes to its various moments where it had its backstory bits done with still images, and I wanted it to be more focused when it comes to some of its storylines. And with these 3 episodes of the second half of the season, there's stuff that I liked and stuff that I'm concerned about. But the storyline of this first 3 episodes seems to mainly focus on the Atlantean kingdoms when it comes to various political debates. Don't worry, it's not really cringeworthy. It's actually stuff that matters when it comes to the ocean and all the denizens in it, and said somewhat of those political issues being attacked by Orm, or at least a clone of Orm, in some pretty effective action scenes that do show off Studio Mirror's animation talents. On top of that, we have a bunch of stuff dealing with the fallout of Superboy's death, two heroes from the future who are trying to have Superman help them with a galactic crisis, Violet struggling with the faith of Islam that her host Gabriella has, and Beast Boy going through his depression and a subsequent intervention by the Outsiders. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff that still needs to be resolved by the season's end. And throughout these 3 episodes, they certainly go back and forth with a lot of the storylines. This concerns me, considering that while a lot of this stuff is interesting, and I do like a lot of these characters since I've gotten a lot of time spent with them over the years, I do think that they're also tackling too many storylines at once, which is the problem that I had with the last arc of season 4. But thankfully, the emotional moments that are supposed to hit hard are effective, and there are plenty of references and characters who come in from other DC properties that I'm sure a lot of people will get a kick out of. Nanaue shows up at the Atlantean conference, and he gets to be exactly how you'd think Nanaue would be. Robot Man from Doom Patrol shows up to console Beast Boy, and I've always liked Robot Man, so that was fun to see. Plus, we do get to see the founder of Atlantis, or at least the ancient version of it, and hearing more about Atlantis' past and how it came to be is legitimately interesting since I've always wanted to learn more about this kingdom under the sea. And yeah, I just like the fact that Calderon takes a lot of focus throughout that arc, especially since he's been the main leader of the team since the very beginning. So I felt like he should have an arc all his own to develop a bit more, especially since he's the successor of the original Aquaman, who's now the King of the Sea. It definitely manages to highlight some issues that are going on in the real world, like climate change and pollution and such. But thankfully, it doesn't stick around with them so long for them to feel like it's being preachy. Or maybe it's just that Orm interrupted the summit before it got preachy. Either way, it's more action packed and exciting than you'd think, especially since they have to deal with this red water that kills anything that goes into it. So yeah, it certainly does have a lot of promising stuff throughout these first 3 episodes, but it also has some things that do feel concerning that they'll repeat some mistakes from the first half of the season. But I'm guessing them taking a few months for a break did allow them to make the animation better because the action scenes looked good and even the dialogue scenes looked a bit more dynamic. So, who knows? Maybe they'll fire on all cylinders for the last 10 episodes, but we'll just have to wait and see when it comes to that. That's all I have to say about it for now.